Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser mobile series. And I do see that I have a psychedelic light next to me. I hope this doesn't disturb everyone. Apparently just the camera shot takes our new lamp in. Okay, so there are many news, there are many things I want to talk about. There are also many games I would like to show. If anyone hasn't been catching up on my random videos, I have reached Langrisser finally in Apex Arena. So we're gonna try to go over the last matches that I played on my own, specifically because I wanted to keep as much focus as possible. So we're gonna see how did that pay off, if the matches were indeed smart, or maybe I just got lucky. Additionally, there was a new patch, and the patch includes the Tiaris new class, so we're gonna go over that, and I'm thinking I'm even gonna run it right now. And finally, there is a tiny event called Macho Lotto. So, before we go on, I want to remind everyone, whenever you see an event like Macho Lotto, Macho Divination, whatever you want to call it, you have to understand that this is a resource drain event. This is not meant to try to get lucky. This is not meant for you to obtain anything in specific for free. The idea is, if you pay 4,000 crystals, you get all the rewards. If there's any opportunity where you can get away before paying everything, you take it and you are thankful, but you cannot go in expecting to just try to get lucky and come out ahead. So as long as you accept it's 4,000 crystals, that's the way to go. So that's exactly what I want to do. In general, I will be okay by getting these three things. If I don't get the accessory, I can save some 1,000 crystals there. And I would also be okay leaving this out, or of course any of the bronzes. Hello Isakarka, how are you doing? So in we go. The idea is to get the skin and the runestone. Those are the two rewards we want. But of course the first one is a bronze. And we get a protect ring. Fine. We were expecting this. The question will be, will we roll the worst possible rolls all the way up? Or will we be able to skip anything at all? There's a silver. And we get Yori Calcomore, so we keep on going. I am going into this prepared to pay all the way through, so we should not suffer if we don't get lucky. To be fair, the chances are also so infinitesimally small that counting on getting lucky is probably not the right way to go at this. Okay, we got the tickets, that's kind of a shame. One of the gold rewards, what will it be? A horrible accessory. Star earring, there we go. And yeah, we have to go all the way through. So at this point, the only two remaining prizes are the runestone and the skin, which means we have to go all the way. There is no way around it. Star earrings is one of the best mage accessories. I wholeheartely disagree. I don't think star earring is a good accessory at all. Mainly because any of the other effects are usually more desirable. But yeah, here we go. We paid all the way through, and now we have our Landio skin, which we actually have to select from somewhere else. Okay, so first things first, have to go here. Then we use this, and then we get the Landio skin. It's very decent, and we confirm it. Then we find our Landios somewhere here, and we can offer them new skin to wear. Cool. Finally, okay, so here's the other thing. According to the schedule, there is no banner in which we want to roll until approximately November 21st. Assuming they go 1 week ahead, it's just November 14th. And it's gonna be a focus banner, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I will have enough resources to roll in it, because of course the next Macho Lotto will take another year to come. And I still have not been able to obtain neither a teddy bear nor a ribbon. So I want to do 2 more rolls. So I was gonna do 3 rolls if we had saved at least the last Macho Lotto. But 2 more rolls is completely possible. So here we go. Let's see if we pay our dues with the RNG gods. and we can maybe obtain one of the ribbons. Hello Willy Hendrix, and hi Wuwap. You didn't miss anything if you count Macho Lotto going through, costing us everything. My god, not even an SSR. Come on, we paid our dues. This is the last roll. We are only here for the ribbon. All we need. Okay, SR. Nope. My god. Okay, the chances for this were what? 1%? Less than 1%? And that's why I'm the best at RNG in this game. No Teddy, no sword, no armor. That is correct. We got nothing. Shall I do one more pull? Let's sneak in one more pull out of pure spite. This is why we do things. So, I believe the odds at this point... Wow, I could even calculate them, but they are so low that they make me sad. Well, let's just hope that there's an SSR. Nope. It's fine. It's fine. They're gonna count for the pity rate. And when we go on to... I just want to close that. My god, 30... You know what? I will calculate that. The chances are 0.95 XY 30. Actually 21% chance. Okay, so every 5 people who did what I just did get the result. One of them gets the result that I just got. So that is it. 21% is correct. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. We just throw crystals to the air because it's fun. Okay. Before we go into our own I get some consolation prizes. A bit of love. Before we go into some of new matches, I would really like to look at some of the wins that allowed me to get into Langrisser. So this was last week. Let's see. This is Sunday of last week. Wait, was it really just last week? It was a Saturday of last week. I'm so confused at this point. 13? Yeah, that's correct. It was last week. Okay. So, we were somewhere in the middle of 1800. And then we started losing 3, which is an amazing start for me, of course. And after that, I started getting on a chain, 4 win streak. I started getting on a chain, especially because at this point I was like at 1880 something. So I got very, very close, then demoralized, and then we had to go back. So what can we see? There's a fight with B-Guy. I'm always happy to show fights with B-Guy. I think our record must be quite balanced at this point. So it's always fun to see the matches with him. So, if I see, so this is my new setup if you want. If I see that my none of my tanks and none of my healers, and of course not Leonhard, get banned on the first attempt, I will always take Leonhard. I have found my way to use Leonhard in a smart way, that leads usually to a victory. Of course, I keep losing. I can still lose with him. It's not like he's 6 stars or anything at all. At this point, he was still 4 stars, so it's not crazy. However, starting off with a Leonhard puts the enemy in a weird position in which they either have to pick many healers or try to counter pick with some other things like Bozel or a Leon even, and usually tends to them making more mistakes. In this case, we both end up with a weird situation where I go full AoE in the meta, if you can say, because I'm using Varna, Leonhard, Lana, and then I pick a Sigma at the last point because I don't think Tiaris is gonna help me win. And B-Guy, on the other hand, goes for a more classical team that has a little bit of everything, including a tank, a healer, a Joshua to deal the damage, and a Bernie to burn me. On my side, I decide, you know what, it's time to go all in. I just give teleport. I have an Iris. I can do a perfect setup where there's a turn where Leonhard will be able to attack with everything. So all I need to make sure is I offer him some protection. I guess I can turn on Danger Zone. I offer him some protection, and then he can go in and try to get some kills. It could be a kill, it could be a stun, it could be anything as well. 7 win streaks. My god, Isakarka and Willy Hendrix. That's really good for both of you. I really hope that you can also make it to Langrisser. Because I'm looking forward to the matches that I will have. I've not played yet on Langrisser level. I just reached the ranking and I closed the game. That's a very good moment too. So I let some turns pass. I let the enemy find some positions. And of course, big guy, being the smart guy that he is, chooses to keep his units away from Leonhard. However, Leonhard also procced Breeze, so maybe it would have been smarter to actually occupy the slot here. You got smacked by a top player as soon as I entered Gold 1 though. Isakarka, that is the experience of everyone. I think the system kind of sees that you're getting too far ahead and they go like, nope. So, what happened at this point? I realized, hey, I already have my big guy in position, so maybe there's something else I can do with the teleport from Iris. And I imagine, you know what? It would be a lot of fun if Lana was also able to do crazy AoEs. Now, Big Eye tries to put me on check by putting Listel in the pillar position because he thinks, well, there's no way Listel dies before she gets to do her AoE, right? None of these characters are particularly known for one-shotting a Listel. What he didn't count on, though, is the stun. Of course, I am trading my first hit for the stun so that Listel doesn't destroy me, but I'm actually really okay with this. None of these other characters are immediate danger. Of course, Lana suffers from this, but this allows me to gain enough time so that I can go in. I decide that it's enough to start hitting some people, especially because I keep hurting Listel here, and their healer is so far away that's probably not gonna be in range to do anything about it. Now, Landius comes in, trying to protect. However, we are now all in, you could say. All of my characters are in range of attacking. And we can do some dispels, we can do some more AoEs. And finally, Lana will come Dolly in order to jump in. However, this makes Black Hole much more appealing than before. Gives a silence to one of the places. Then I can also Dolly, so to make sure that more people are healed. And what's great about fair matches in which you can still land a stun is that it still costs the enemy their last turn and then you get to act again. So usually moments like this are very rewarding. Opponent goes for a Phantom Raid, which deletes Lana, of course, with no faction buff. And then I can still try to land a stun. I get lucky here, however, I believe the match is already over. There was nothing with a one move that Landius could have done. Try to get the first kill, don't get it. So I decide I'll take it easy. There's really no reason to rush. I can even attack in with Iris, because none of these two characters can actually really attack Iris back. Sigma seems good. Sigma seems situational. That's the word I was looking for. There are moments where Sigma is great, and there are others where you really don't get anything out of him. But yeah, in moments like this, 1000 arrows with the AoE support, everything is just going great. So we go for the win. He needs a lot more attack. That is correct. Yes. Okay, let's go back. What button do you use on Sigma? I use... So currently I have an Url's bow equipped. I may regret this. I may swap over for... an extreme magic bow. Because now I have his final runestone, which means I also have the faction buff, so I could use faction buff, Ranger's Heart, and the stun. And that means Extreme Magic Bow would be slightly better, because I'm not using the super long range attack anymore. But I got used to using Ulrus Bow for so long that I think I may just keep him on that. Actually, realistically speaking, I plan on replacing Sigma altogether, so I really don't know how much I want to invest into. Alright, so I also want to look at this match. Ur's bow is better. Yes, I also think Ur's bow is better. I want to look at this match specifically because I still conserve the same ideas. I rather ban, so I see the opportunity to pick Leonhard again, and I rather ban one of the healing sources for the opponent. They ban my sources of buffing, but of course Varna is still remaining. Varna, one of the keys on getting me there. I think Sigma can be really, really good in Apex Arena. However, first you need the box to support him, and my box is completely AoE except for him. Like if you look at all of my characters, AoE, AoE, AoE. Okay, fine, not AoE, but she's a buffer. AoE. The tanks, even Juggler could AoE, 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 and so on. So my box is very propense on AoE. I think I will need to modify some things for Season 2. I know that the meta changes. However, it just may be on how I ban things rather than change my entire composition, because of course I don't have so many good units to change around. Okay, so we go into the same type of match with the opponent. If you see, I think it's literally the same picks, except it's someone completely different. And the opponent has way more counter picks, way more things where things could go wrong for me. So I decide to take it easy. I also observed that their Matthew is actually a horse Matthew, not a flyer Matthew, which is surprising, I say. I did something else in order to make my life a little bit easier, which is I gave Leonhard Dark Centurions. At the very least, they are Lancers. This makes Landius not be in a great position against him, and also Matthew, who turned out to be Cavalry, also not getting bonuses. And hey, the Royal Cavalry here also gets penalties. So Leonhard is very versatile in which troops he can carry, and they're all only there to provide face support, right? So the idea is, can you somehow make your Leonhard survive? So I activate the teleport. I think it's time to do the same plan. I can go forward because there's no fear. There's two reasons why there is no fear. First, I have the silence protection here, right? It comes from Mass Attack. Mass Attack is an amazing spell from Varna. Interesting, you end up with the same team. Yes, I really like this team. It's extremely solid. Like my Lana has an insane amount of intelligence without faction buff and any sort, and that makes me happy. So the idea is, as long as you have Mass Attack, you are immune to silence, and I think many people overlook this. That's why they even try to use Reaper's Touch, which I guess affects Leonhard, but it's not really important, to see if there was anything they could do. I also did the math, because they had moved their Matthew here. This Leonhard would not be able to move into this position, assuming they have a 3-range sword, and then nullify my second turn. So I did the math, I teleported in here, and if you see, there's literally nowhere safe, right? So I think Tiaris could go back here, and I could still reach her by doing, like, moving here, doing the mega AoE, and then running into her later. So I thought this was a very good position. And what's next? Well, easy. I still have Iris, which has not used teleport. I already know that there are some positions that these people cannot reach. I just need to make sure not to give Leonhard a good target. And then I can just teleport Lana and use Lana's first AoE. Then it will be my turn again, and then I will be using Leonhard's AoE. I think that's just amazing. So, push Lana forward. Opponent tries to go for a stun. This could have absolutely worked, but luckily for me it didn't. So 25% in my favor. And then I dropped the first AoE. And it's already good to drop an AoE because Miracle is going to come, sure, but it forces the AoE healing way ahead of time. And now the opponent has no AoE healing to respond. And there goes my first AoE. There goes the second. And I believe I get, because of the teleport, I decide to just go for Tiaris. Like, I gave always... I gave my Leonhard Judge's Talisman because I want him to be able to kill healers that are out of position or that suddenly leave protection area because of a dispel that went my way. So Leonhard is currently my healer killer, if you want. Healer killer. So, Leonhard did this shot, right? I don't care if he dies at this point, I don't care about anything. Also, their Leonhard already used one of these AoEs, so they could only use the secondary AoE, which means Lana is not really in danger of dying from him, because it would require some compound things. Opponent tries to punch Lana, but has way too many debuffs to make anything work. And even though he deals damage, I decide, you know what? Lana did her job. It's time to do her AoE and just let her die. And then I realize, you know what? That leaves Listel completely open. So I'm gonna use this attack, and boom, Listel is gone. At this point, I have noticed like there's very much nothing that the opponent can do. I know that this is the moment that shows up in the video that I uploaded. And that's basically when I knew, okay, this is just gonna end up with Langrisser. Even if Lana dies, which she doesn't, there's basically nothing else the opponent can do. He only has a tank, he can only take damage, and he cannot one-shot anyone else right now. So the opponent runs away, I hit Langrisser, we celebrate. This is working for you because Sigma may not be very strong, but he has a strong follow-through. That is correct. So Sigma has good strength, it's just he's not a one-shot character, he's kind of slow at moving, he doesn't offer a lot of versatility, but if people try to jump you, Sigma is always there to stop them. So if anyone jumps too close to you, is unprotected, is far away from healers, this is where Sigma shines. Alright, so there's one more thing I would like to talk about, that is the new class from Tiaris. And now that I had the new runestone from the Macho Lotto, it is maybe a perfect time to upgrade Tiaris. Unicorn Knight has two majorly good things. First, there are new masteries, right? So if you go here, actually it's three things. If you check here, he gets 25 intelligence and 12 intelligence. That is always good. Tiaris gains a lot from this. Yes, that is true. The second cool thing is you can leave the holy class if this was one of your problems. If you think someone is using anti-holy tech, let's say I think Rachel is mage and holy, but if there's something like Rene who could potentially use it, I don't know. In general, I feel uncomfortable with holy because they usually have lower stats. However, in this case, apparently both classes have basically the same stats, and they only trade a little bit of magic defense for defense. However, getting out of the holy class makes you feel a little bit safer against stuff that target specifically holy classes. HP is higher. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, so the question is, like, when you have everything mastered, is it still higher? The other good thing is there's Mass Resist, and while Mass Resist is not an absolutely crazy spell, it is sometimes useful to provide either a faction buff for Bozel, or a pseudo faction buff, make yourself immune and make everyone else immune to stuns and mobility reduction effects, so that's pretty good. And if nothing else, well, it's one of the buffs. Of course, compared to Miracle, it's a very tough sell, but Mass Resist is nothing to be ignored. Here we go, upgrade. And if nothing else, just higher intelligence for masterings on Tiaris is amazing. For obvious reason. According to the wiki Grizzer, it's something like 400 base HP more. That's amazing. I like HP. So all our stats go down. Good job, Tiaris. Thank you for sending us to the FBI. I guess... oh god. Never mind. I guess there are also new troops that become available for us. What is this? Mike trainings. But in general, sorcerers remain the strongest weapon that any magic user can use. Horsemanship scroll. Horse and magic scroll. Here we go. Mastery reward, very much. And on we go to Unicorn Master. I don't think anyone really uses the line AoE skill, but you know what? If you're in a triple healer match, maybe it is time to put some extra oomph in your attacks. Tiaris, after all, has very high base in, so it's not completely erroneous to try to attack with her. We get Fireball. So what is the skill again? Holy Missile. It's an anti-demon thing. It dispels one buff. Okay, so it's not completely dismissible. But I guess in general, Tiaris skills are so good that you probably don't want it. So we have Knight, Warlock, Crest of Loyalty. You know what? Knight, Warlock, Crest of Knight, Warlock. I think I still have words like this. No. Yes. Knight. Warlock. Oh. Crest of Loyalty. Go. What do we need now? Knight, Warlock, Emblem of Courage. Oh. Warlock, Emblem of Courage. It's sometimes so hard to remember to use these random event rewards. Okay, and now I need 2 of each. 2 Courage, 2 Purpose, 1 Brave Scroll, 1 Hero. Courage, Purpose, Brave, Hero. Courage. Courage. Purpose. We have a 50 materials. Nope, Bond Feather. That's so now we can continue via the classic way. Okay, so we need Purpose, 1 Brave, 1 Hero. That's incorrect. Purpose was this. Oh, that's my name. Brave. That's what. Okay, what's last? Hey, look at that. Seal of Mystery. Oh, we need all of them. Well, in that case, we can pay a bit of stamina. Hopefully, is it even worth it? No. Okay, I would need 2 Hero Scrolls, 2 Brave Scrolls, 3 Seals of Mystery. You know what, we can absolutely pay this. Which one is Mystery again? Yeah. 1. I have already gambled, that is correct. I had to go all the way paying everything. There was no way to get anything cheaper. My last 2 things were the Runestone and the skin. This costume was the land use costume. I can absolutely show you as soon as I buy last 2 Brave Scrolls. I bought one wrong thing, right? Yeah. You know what? Someone else is gonna need it eventually. It is perfectly fine. Alright. So here we go. If you are currently checking a YouTube video, maybe you can go back like 10 minutes and compare the stats to before. I forgot to do this, of course. However, I'm pretty sure that the stats are way higher. And also, luckily, we don't need to change anything here. Alright, let's go back here. Let's actually look at land use skin. That's not land use, this is land use. Here we go, that is the skin for land use. The Kajishin. Whatever that means. Hurricane of gold and iron whirls wherever the dragon goes. Okay. I'm pretty sure that using a headband like this is not good for battle, but you know what? With the spells that we have in this game, this should not be a surprise. Not waifu, not interested. Hey. Husbandos are equally important as waifus. Do not underestimate husbandos. 5-star Tiaris max bond is 346 int. Yes, that would be correct. However, my Tiaris is not complete. 346 int? Wait. So I have more? I'm very confused right now. I'm pretty sure my Tiaris is not complete. Holy class. Ah, I see. I'm... Ah, wait, we can get more hard bonds. But I'm actually doing Iris's hard bonds, I believe. Yeah, that's correct. So that will have to work. Okay, so that is it in terms of updates. And now it is time... You know what? Before it is time, I need to check that everyone has the right gear. That is correct. You're having trouble with Eternal Temple. I can't even do level 55 even though I am 60. Shoki, Eternal Temple was one of the hardest challenges. If you do not have the correct people, you will be in trouble. I do recommend upgrading an Elwyn all the way, because I did not even do. Elwyn eats Eternal Temples, all challenges, except Leviar if you want. I'm pretty sure he could help in Leviar, but in general, not needed. All other three, Phoenix, I forgot. Phoenix, Scylla, and Valkyrie, Elwyn is just the person you need. You do not have Elwyn. Oh, that hurts a lot. Don't despair. Claret is coming soon. And while you may not want Claret for PvP, Claret as a princess... Wait, is that correct? Or was it Illustrial? One of the two new characters is an infantry person and for princess, and with that you can make things work. I guess you could also use Sakura. You're waiting for Elwyn and Ledin. Okay. I think Elwyn is a necessity in this game. If you want to have an easy way. There are a few videos about people winning Eternal Temples with weird combinations of heroes. It gets power crept by Julia. Yeah, that is correct. The thing is, the self-healing in Elwyn usually makes things a lot easier. I know that without his self-heal in Phoenix, I would not have been able to win that fight. Of course, we're talking about 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago, when they came out. So, yeah, things may have changed. Okay. I will not play a lot of Apex Arena. I will play, at the very least, this time block of Apex Arena for sure. I want to get my first win, but most of all, I want to see Langrisser level Arena, because that's probably a whole new beast compared to what we've been fighting, rather than except for the occasional opponent that was already Langrisser. So with that said, hello Pano, how are you doing? I'm going to make a cut here only for 1 second. I wanted to try the ads things in Twitch, that I really have not learned how the commands work. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take down the video for 1 second and I'll be right back.